Hello and welcome to a quick Star Citizen guide for what ships are available to buy in-game in Star Citizen Alpha 3.10, how much they are, where they are, all that sort of jazz. There are some new ships that have just been added to the purchasable ship pool for 3.10, that being the Cutlass Red, the Carrack, the C8 Pisces, the Mole, the Mantis, the Vanguard Sentinel and Harbinger, the Banu Defender and the 890 Jump. You can purchase these ships and more in one of three places in-game. Teach's Ship Shop on Levski on Delamar, Astro Armada, which is at Area 18 on ArcCorp, New Deal, which is on Lorville on Hurston, and they all have different stock. So let's have a look at what has what. Teach's on Levski has the Buccaneer for 1.4 million, the Cutlass Black for 1.4 million, the Argo Cargo for 224,000, the Argo Passenger for 233,000, the Caterpillar for 4.7 million, the Herald for 1.2 million, the Blade for 3.4 mil, the Prospector for 2 mil, the Hornet for 1.5 mil, and a selection of Auroras from 338,000, as well as the Cutlass Red for 1.8 mil. It also has some vehicles, the Greycat Buggy for 5,000, the Cyclone for 28,000, and the Dragonfly both in the yellow and black favours for 273,000. Now over to Astro Armada on ArcCorp Area 18. We've got the Hawk for 1.3 million, the 300i for 367,000, the 315p for 883,000, the 325A for 944,000, the Arrow for 972,000, the M50 for 1.2 mil, the Gladiator for 2 mil, the Hornet, Super Hornet in fact, for 2.1 mil, the Hornet Tracker for 1.8 mil, the Hornet Ghost for 1.7 mil, the Hurricane for 1.2 mil, the Terrapin for 2.6 million, the Valkyrie for 4.5 mil, the Mustang Delta for 764,000, the Mustang Gamma for 628,000, the Merlin for 136,000, the 350R for 1.6 mil, the 600i for 9.5 mil, the Car2 Al for 2.1 million, the C8 Pisces for 406,000, the Carrack for 26.7 mil, the Defender for 2.8 mil, the variant of the 600i is also available for 9.9 mil. We also have some vehicles there, the Blister 356,000, the Nox for 350,000, and the Nox Q for 400,000. So, the last place we can purchase ships is New Deal, which is on Hurston at Lorville. We've got the Mustang Alpha for 251,000, the Mustang Beta for 404,000, the Hammerhead for 12.5 mil, the Constellation Phoenix for 5.7 million, the Avenger Titan for 786,000, the Stalker for 882,000, the Renegade for 1 million, the Warlock for 1.2 million, the Eclipse for 3.5 million, the Gladius for 1.2 million, the Reclaimer for 15.1 million, the Retaliator for 4 million, the Sabre for 2.2 million, the Sabre Comet for 2.4 million, the Vanguard Warden for 3.4 million, the Hoplite for 3.1 million, and oddly, the Harbinger for 2.1 million and Sentinel for 2 million. Maybe those prices will change before the live build. We've got the Freelancer for 1.7 million, the DUR for 2 million, the Max for 2.2 mil, the Miss for 2.5 mil, the Razor for 1.76 million, the EX version of the Razor for 1.9, and the LX for 1.8 million, the Reliant Core for 745,000, we have the Starfarer for 6.7 mil, the Gemini for 6.2 mil, a selection of Auroras from 124,000, and we've got the Constellation Andromeda for 3.6 million, the Aquila for 4.9, the 85X for 575,000, the M50 for 1.2 mil, the Prospector for 2.1 mil, the Mantis for 1.2 mil, the Mole for 5.1 million, and the 890 Jump Big Boy for 32.3 million. There's actually some vehicles there as well. The Cyclone and all of its variants are 28,000 each. The Urza Rover is 70,000, and the Ballista there again is 365,000. So what's worth buying? Anything that you want to try. It's very possible as well that assets, these ships that you purchase, may carry over to the next major patch or patches, though there will be resets in the future. Anytime Cloud Imperium need to do so, they will, basically. But These are basically ships that you can fully customize and effectively own after you buy them in-game until they get reset. So please bear that in mind before grinding your life away. What are the big money earners here, though? What's worth buying? So a prospector for mining, maybe a mole if you're running in a group, a caterpillar if you want to do mega trade, though leveraging the trade ability of the large cargo capacity of caterpillar runs the risk of losing your cargo investment with a disconnect or someone attacking you or whatever. As a step towards those sort of ships, you might want to get a Cutlass Black or a Freelancer for doing some smaller cargo hauling and other multi-role stuff. The Cutlass Red is a great ship to have as a mobile respawn point. If you are after a dedicated fighter, the Sabre, Super Hornet, Banu Defender might be all good choices. Even the Hurricane is actually amazingly good fun as well now with the improved turrets, though you do need someone to man your turret. So it is a two-person ship effectively. A lot of the multi-crew ships are now a lot more viable, in fact, because the turrets have been improved, and that fixed weapon assist allows those larger ships to hit a lot more of their shots more regularly, and they can deal massive damage with the hits from their larger weapons. The Valkyrie is a fantastic dropship. I really recommend that, actually. Any ground vehicle you want, I recommend buying it in-game. They're pretty cheap. Grab them all. The big boys and status symbols in 3.10 are going to be that of the 890 Jump, the Carrack, and the Reclaimer. They are big, with not a huge amount of function needed to make them worthwhile yet, in my opinion. They need a bit more. They need a bit more functionality and stuff like that in the game. If you have a group to make it viable, then the Hammerhead is a great choice as well. That is a solid combat ship, very good fun with a load of people running the turrets. And I suspect now in 3.10, with those turrets being good, the Hammerhead will be incredibly deadly. But it's something to aim for, the Hammerhead, the 890 Jump, the Carrack, and the Reclaimer. It's great multi-crew fun. And you can still rent a selection of ships for your chosen number of days from each of the planet's spaceports. So each of those major landing zones, they have a spaceport, and you can rent just near kiosks by there. Rentals can't be customized though, and there are much more limited amount of ships that are available for rent. But if you've got any questions, please chuck them down below in the comments. I'd like to know, are you planning to get any ships in particular in 3.10 in-game? Have you been running with a load of ships that you've bought previously in-game without real money? If so, how long does it take you to get your chosen ship that you're using at the moment, or ships that you're using? Sort of interested to see how people have done that. Have you been doing that with a Caterpillar, or have you been grinding combat missions? Obviously in 3.10 as well now, you're going to have the ability to transfer money between characters as well. You can send money to another player, so that will be a lot more interesting, and I think that that's going to open up a lot of possibilities for a lot more people having a lot more ships without having to spend real money to try them out. Every month there's a ship giveaway. For the month of July, we have a Banu Merchantman and Star Citizen game package to give away. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during July 2020. Details to that down below in the links. I'm also a shill for NordVPN. If you're looking for a VPN, then Nord should be considered. It's cheap and fast and helps keep you secure, anonymous, and give you greater access to websites and informations. Use the links below if you're thinking about getting a VPN. Also, a special thank you to Azatec for supporting my content. Find out more down below because they sent me a Alienware Aurora A10, but there's more to it than that, and you can see all the details of my spec down below and all that sort of jazz. If you'd like to further support my channel or content, then please consider becoming a YouTube member, a Patreon, or even donating. But sharing, commenting, subscribing, and liking, all of that really does help too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.